Hey investors, welcome all of you to Stoxpot, your go-to episode to know what's happening around the world of stocks. It's me, Lekshman M J, and in this episode I'm going to talk about data on inflation and industrial production, along with some updates from companies like Sukhjit, Starch and Chemicals and Varun Beverages. Before we begin, here is a quick disclaimer. This podcast is purely meant for informational purpose. So strictly no investment advice here. I talk only about what's happening around the business, what's driving the growth or decline, and how the future looks. So having said this, without any further delay, let's get started. First up in the list is about India's inflation. India's inflation rate has dropped to 4.31% in January, a sharp decline from 5.22% previously. So what's driving this improvement? It's the decelerating food inflation rate, which makes up around half of the Indian consumer price market. This food inflation is the one that acted as a villain by keeping the overall inflation rate above 5% in the previous 4 consecutive periods. But now, this drop in inflation brings it closer to the RBI's target of 4%. This significant shift in inflation rate is actually a big relief. With this trend, the RBI may continue cutting interest rates and ease liquidity, which could boost growth while keeping the prices stable. Now let's talk about the data on industrial production. It's not as positive as we expect. India's IIP growth slowed to 3.2% in December, missing the market expectations. The main reason behind this is a slowdown in manufacturing activity, which slipped from 5.5% previously to 3% now. But here is the silver lining. With fiscal and monetary support, things are expected to improve in few quarters. Now moving on to Sukhjit, Starch and Chemicals, an agrochemical company specialized in the production of starch and its derivatives. Company in its third quarter saw a modest 3% revenue growth driven by rising demand for processed foods. Starch plays a crucial role as a binding agent, thickener and stabilizer in packaged foods. And with the growing popularity of snacks and ready-to-eat meals, the demand continues to rise. But here is the bitter part. Profit after tax took a sharp hit, dropping 32%, driven by rising and fluctuating raw material costs. The demand for maize from ethanol producers has driven up the prices, and this pressure is likely to persist through the fourth quarter. Looking ahead, there is some relief on the horizon. By the first quarter of FY26, raw material cost may stabilize as additional supplies of rabi crops and spring maize enter the market. Plus, the central government's recent decision to allot a large quantity of rice to ethanol producers could ease maize price pressure by increasing alternate supplies. Despite these short-term challenges, Sukhjit Starch remains optimistic and is expanding its manufacturing capacity to tap into emerging opportunities to deliver long-term growth. And now let's show our final spotlight on Varun Beverages Limited, one of the world's largest PepsiCo franchises. In Q3, the company posted 39.3% revenue growth and 40% jump in profits. So what's driving this growth? It's organic volume growth and an improved product mix. In the calendar year 24, its India sales volume surged 11.4%, reflecting its strong distribution network. Varun Beverages is also making some big international moves. Just in its first year of operation in South Africa, the region contributed 12.5% of total sales volume. To further penetrate the underdeveloped markets, the company is placing more visible coolers to boost last-mile distribution and to tap on the broader customer base. Looking ahead, with its key focus on expansion, the company is commissioning new greenfield facilities in India and Congo, while strengthening its presence both domestically and internationally. With these strategies in play, Varun Beverages seems to be confident to deliver long-term sustainable growth. So that's it for today's episode of Stoxpot. If you find this podcast insightful, make sure to follow and share it with your friends. So until I catch you in the next one, bye.